Growing up, my parents told me a lot of stories. Stories of extraordinarily successful people who built empires from nothing, sparing no one from Jeff Bezos to Bill Gates. They would explain their dedication, their journey, and their hard work to my sister and I. Despite hearing and reading about so many other extremely influential people, my parents never realized that they were the ones who inspired me the most. Not only them, but the millions of immigrant parents all over the world who have given their children everything when they once had nothing. It is their stories that have stayed with me and encouraged me my whole life. They motivate me day after day to become the best version of myself. So like any other kid, working hard in school was a given. It doesn't mean I enjoy every moment of it, but it is my responsibility. And whenever I catch myself procrastinating or being lazy, I remind myself that my parents did not work this hard for me to stop here, even though my quarter four Spanish grades don't reflect that. So let me walk you through a normal day in my life for the past 10 years. I wake up to my incredibly annoying alarm clock at 6 o'clock. Okay, 6:15, maybe 6:30, and if I'm being completely honest, 6:50. I get ready and get to school by 7:26, and for the next 7 hours or the rest of the school day, I will be wishing I was home in the comfort of my bed. I'll stay for any clubs I have after school, come home, take an embarrassingly long power nap, finish my homework, study for some tests, eat dinner, and then go to bed. All while wishing I was in a fantasy land, doing anything but studying and being a productive member of society. Slowly, as I grew older, I began to recognize my privilege. I began to see how incredibly fortunate I am to be at a point in my life where endless opportunities intimidate me as I shy away from them. The same opportunities kids on the other side of the world would do anything for. My mother always said, "You are not truly successful until you have given back to the community that has given you so much." I have carried her words with me throughout my entire life. This fueled my passion to give back to my community, especially in India, where I'm from. Despite this, I always felt as if there were very few opportunities for me to volunteer my time to a country overseas which raised my parents, family, and friends. Though I have known many people, including my parents, who have donated to many institutions and shelters to raise the quality of life for many, I often wondered what I was doing to help. I always felt it was my responsibility to make my own contributions to the welfare of others. But what could I do, being a 15-year-old 10,000 miles away? One of the biggest persisting problems in India is the lack of a proper public schooling system. In the United States, every child has the right to a quality curriculum, learning the basic knowledge needed to acquire a job or to attend college. However, in India, this is simply not the case. Over 300 million people are illiterate, with most of them in rural areas. Economic inequality, gender and caste discrimination, technological barriers are all contributing factors. Families living in poverty with parents whose only wish is to educate their children in hopes of a better life. This is the dream of millions across the country, but education should not just be a dream, it should be a right. And with that, I present to you Patudala. Patudala, meaning persistence, in my mother tongue Telugu, is an organization I co-founded with 4 of my closest friends. We officially launched on May 17th of this year. Our organization believes that through improving school conditions, we can enhance an individual's ability to learn and experience new opportunities. We aim to amplify and empower one of India's greatest unheard populations, underprivileged students. Now you might be thinking we had some huge revelation or some divine intervention that inspired us to start this organization. I'll keep it quick for you. We didn't. We were simply texting on our group chat one Thursday night when we stumbled upon the topic of our homies back in India. We were discussing a plethora of problems people all over the country face when it hit us. Why must we sit around and wait for change when we have the ability to do it ourselves? After collectively agreeing that we simply weren't doing enough to give back, we decided that we must take the initiative. How cool would it be if we were part of those who helped foster change in the world? And it was that night, January 16th, that our organization was established. But don't let that fool you into thinking that starting off this project was easy, because I can assure you it wasn't. Putting hours upon hours into a website, developing flyers, making pitches, reaching out to numerous people, starting a social media, and bothering every single person we knew and every single person our parents knew into either donating or spreading the word, and so much more. But every bit of that work was worth it when we realized how much each life can be impacted by every dollar we donate. And we're not the only ones who started something like this. So many proactive high schoolers, college students, etc. have taken their own initiative to give back. This is exactly the type of work that will stimulate change in society. This is our future. We have always seen the TikTok side, the crazy language and joke side of Gen Z, but let me show you the other side. The side that is not afraid to speak up for themselves and for others. The side that is willing to take their resourcefulness and imagination and put it together to be the start of something big. To any kids watching, take your initiative, explore your passions, and do some research. There are so many ways to give back, whether it be volunteering around your community, donating, or starting an organization just like us. So I take this opportunity to ask all of you to reflect. How are you contributing to helping those in your community? So far, since that random but significant night in January, we have started an Instagram and TikTok to cater to the younger generation and to get more kids involved. We even started a Facebook because old is gold. We have accumulated close to $10,000 and are hosting multiple fundraisers over the summer, along with making our very first donation to India with multiple desks and textbooks. Despite all our progress, we have an incredibly long way to go and couldn't have made it this far without the support of our peers. This is the impact a group of 5 high schoolers can have on the world. Imagine how much the rest of us can do together. Change comes with recognizing our privilege. We are surrounded by endless opportunities. It is time to provide others with them too. Thank you.